Myself and Lauren, I'm Tanya, are here to talk about our upcoming workshop
Yeah,
with Amanita. Lauren was sharing that there's a lot of misinformation about
yeah,
Wild Amanita Muscaria. When I do foraging courses, is she's one of the first that I introduce, but from the perspective of a poisonous mushroom rather than part of our indigenous medicine.
it's along those lines, isn't it? Of this kind of maybe oversaturation of information and usage or dose even can be a bit of a flag um around this, especially when you're using it for topical medicines or even yeah, other purposes that we might explore. And certainly the folkloric side is and that kind of ethnomycology, if you like, that side, the relationship with people and plants even, as well as the mushroom, has been quite fascinating to dive into a wee bit, because this was coming up of I'm doing that turn of the spiral of revisiting Amanita as well. And it's always a joy to read more and explore more, because it's evolving all the time. I think these relationships, aren't they? So exploring that with you, Tanya, should be fab in different ways, right?
Yeah. And I also feel like with a lot of these plant medicines that are becoming more popular
Mm,
is to really connect with the spirit of the plants before even considering any form of ingestion, from
yeah,
that shamanic
exactly.
perspective. And that's one of the things we'll be working with in the
Perfect.
meditation part of the workshop is
Perfect.
about that aspect of connection.
Absolutely. Exciting, yeah.
We're running the course in February, and the which is not traditionally a time to go foraging for Amanita muscaria, but it is a time because we might have, if you have, if you dry your mushrooms, utilizing those dried goods
Yeah. Yeah.
into oils. Like Lauren, you're going to be demonstrating how to make an oil. The birch sap's going to start rising
Mm.
soon, and which for me is kind of the beginning of the foraging year. Birch has so many mushrooms and fungi associated with her,
Mm.
and I feel this is really what it was, more doing something with birch, and then it was that sense of there was something else, there was another component that was needed, and then
Mm.
that's when Amanita Muscaria showed herself and said, yeah.
Yeah. It's that contrast between, that beautiful white bark, bark and the sort of a morning eastern sun I'm seeing in this, when you're out in this in the red cap, so that just the contrast of those pair together are quite beautiful. And some I'm seeing moss as well as I think on that. But yeah, you're right. It's a great time to go. What are those things I've made again, and how do we get through it? So we should make a nice topical oil with the Amanita muscaria. We can chat through that, and it'll just be a simple demo, but we can certainly feel into it. And we'll definitely explore around about step by step process, and then uses, of course. Maybe some traditional inspiration or ideas that I've been tapping into and working with. So it'll be interesting to yeah, to explore the infused oil. That's again a bit topical, not for ingestion. But
Yeah.
yeah, I don't want to say too much about.
Yeah. I just had to, go through my foraging books a little bit like those of you who are gardeners, seed catalogs, going through that, like, oh, which ones would I like to go and find this year? And,
Yeah,
where are um the different lands and the different habitats where I might find these things.
exactly. Yeah, that's a great point. We should definitely explore that. Not only the seasonality and but of course, like specific trees and or habitats, like those kind of macro cues, isn't it, of the landscape before we're kind of zooming in on those lovely micro aspects and attributes around this lovely being that is Amanita muscaria. So yeah, yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, got lots to share just about one mushroom, but like that mycelium, it interconnects with everything.
That's it. That's it. And those mycelium will be present in the soil currently. It's just that fruiting body. So the actual microorganism, isn't it, is busy, doing its thing anyway, at the minute. And then yeah, we can just be ready for it. This year, having explored it quite early on, maybe we can keep revisiting and getting to know habitats and places more, and then seeing. I think she pops up in different areas quite a lot for me. When you think you've found a place, and that it could just be this area, but and there aren't many, so I might have
Well,
to go
she
and
has a sense
find
of
some more
humor,
this.
I think.
Yeah, she's quite a trickster at times. It feels a bit like that.
Yeah. Yeah, wonderful. So if this calls to you, come and join us. Come
Yeah,
and join
please
us on
do.
this workshop and see what unfolds,
Yeah,
because when we start to connect with that mycelium and that interconnectedness, whether through
yeah,
the mushrooms, the trees, or our human beingness,
yeah.
you never know what might start to happen.
This is it. And if you don't mind my saying, Tanya, what excites me about working with your dear self is that sure, I can't wait to weave in that kind of, scientific and the folklore and uses and things like that. But to deepen then that kind of wild thing connection, fungal connection on that kind of meditative state. So I believe you'll lead us on this lovely journey. But I love to go there if I can on some of my courses. Oh, it's always surprising and worthwhile, and that can really help. That actually can transform then what happens in the relationship thereafter, how the outcome of the day goes, and you know, taking that time and that those moments. So for me, it's lovely to just be with that time. So just to say thank you for that opportunity. I'm looking forward to exploring that side more. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, me too. It's going to be an adventure, and I'm really
It
looking
is.
forward to it. And I'm looking forward to, yeah, bringing all the different components, like you were
Yeah.
saying, together, because I just feel, in the future we're going to be deepening those connections and
Yeah.
really bringing in new perspectives, and um, this is an introduction to exploring those.
Yeah. Yeah. That play, that exploration, that kind of inspired inquiry is so key to a lot of real learning and deep listening before you're over sort of a rational and reasoning. That side of the mind wants to kick in. So I think it's nice to kind of come in at that more open, and then actually, for me anyway, I've felt a thing or there's a truth that rings through me in these kind of a moments. So that I think that's it's important. Yeah.
Beautiful. Well, I'm looking forward to it, and I'm hoping those of you who are seeing this will come along and
Indeed,
and join
indeed.
us.
I hope so. I look forward to it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, take care. Sending much love.
Thank you.